Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you taking time out of y'all to schedule stop in and see what it is I'm up to. What happened to my camera? There it is. Ah, crazy lighting. It is Thursday, the 26th of January, 2023. Right about 3:30 in the afternoon. It is 60 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Humidity is at 45%. That would be 16C. So we are 20 degrees colder today than we were yesterday. Uh, so, welcome to Florida and its crazy weather. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this truck coming in. All up in ya. Oh, my boys build trucks like those. So, let's see. We are off to do art stuff and then dinner at the daughter's house with all the grand brats. Well, her 5. So, wondering about this camera. It keeps going dark. Not just because of my glasses. Anyhow. I had stopped at racetrack last night to get ice. And they have a crushed ice. Smaller pieces. It did not last anywhere near as long as the chewy ice. I don't know why they call it chewy. That I get at the gate station. So I reckon if I have my choices, I won't stop at racetrack. I mean, free ice is free ice, so it doesn't matter that much, but I got home last night. I did not feel like doing anything. I didn't feel like cooking. I kind of got aggravated. I was putting some stuff up. I went through a box of stuff that was on the porch and was getting it into other boxes and whatnot. And I had a box of basically art supplies. Excuse me. And I put it up on a shelf, turned around, and it fell off the shelf. So I thought it was up there. I guess it wasn't. But everything went all over the entire hallway from my bedroom all the way to the kitchen had stuff. So I can't bend over like that to pick stuff up. I had to get down on the floor, pick everything up, and just about the time I was done, I made it back to the shelf that I was going to put the box back on. And I went to pick up a bag, and I picked the bag up wrong, and it was full of bottle caps and tops and little bottles and miscellaneous. It went all over the place. Oh my God. I said a few strong expletives and sat back down again and started cleaning up all that mess. What started out to be 10 minutes took me probably close to 40 minutes. I mean, time flies when you're having fun. But my buddy over here on his lawnmower, he lives just up the street from me, but he cuts grass all around the neighborhood. He rides his riding mower, but he's all bundled up like he's in Alaska. He's got on a hoodie and a heavy jacket, baklava type thing, gloves. I can't say that I blame him. I mean, it finally made it to 60 today. It was like 48 degrees at noon. So anyhow, I didn't really feel like making anything for dinner. And going around, I had to actually take everything into the apartment to make a counter and then get my stove and all that other stuff, which is all set up to go out the back door. So it's just aggravating. I ended up just making up some tuna fish and eating it with crackers. So, of course, making up tuna fish, it's kind of like my peanut butter and jelly. I don't do it like most people do. My peanut butter and jelly, I add hot sauce to the peanut butter, and usually I add cheese to the sandwich. Whether I toast the bread or not is, the time of the moment. Tuna fish is kind of the same way. It depends on my mood. Sometimes I make it up with Italian dressing and whatnot. Other times, like I've got that what's it called? Chipotle ranch dressing. It's got just a little bit of tang to it. And then I had the spicy pickled onions and some jalapenos and cheese, a little bit of sweet relish, just for this little difference. I think that was all I really put in it. I mentioned shredded cheddar cheese. So anyway, I mean, if you're gonna make a salad, make it a salad, right? Speaking of, I bought that small bag of lettuce the other day. I made one meal out of it. I put it in a plastic bag with a paper towel in it, but it went brown and nasty. So it was only a couple days old at most. Should have lasted. Well. But I am slowly but surely getting my kitchen back. And I can't say getting it back in order, but I'm getting it back to where it was before everything got moved over and put in there from outside, next door, and what have you. So, still a couple of things I'm not sure where I'm going to put them or if I'm even going to keep them. There's a paper shredder. I don't know how often I would use it. It occasionally comes in handy. As a paper shredder, not that I worry that much about shredding papers, but you can use those shreds in different art projects. So that's the main thing that I've used it for the past 2 times I used it. It's not even mine, it's my brother's. So, and I don't think I've actually used it since he moved in. I think the last time I did it, I shredded any paper to make the ribbons was he was still living with Swoosh. So that's been 2 years, something like that. But oh, come on, people. $50 and a $65. And there's a line of them. I'll get over it now before we get to the bridge. And I know there'll be people behind me going, "Come on, man! You're only doing 70 in a 70-mile-an-hour zone." Oh well. Climbing the bridge. This is a steep bridge. I really don't like it when it's windy. Today, right now, it's rather still. Oh man, last night it was windy, but it was kind of like it wasn't blowing all the time. It was just blowing occasionally, and a couple of times it hit around the house, and it made it sound like there was something under my bed. Just a little kind of scratchy sound type thing. It drove me crazy. I got down, looked under the bed, didn't see anything. I mean, there's always a chance of a small critter getting in. But I didn't see anything. It happened again. Got down and looked, didn't see anything. Happened again. I went outside, and it looked like there was a branch. Looked like there was a branch that got blown out of one of the trees and was laying up against the house, and the wind would blow it and make sounds. Seriously? Big old Penske truck pulls out a line in front of me and can't get up to speed. I mean, I don't blame you. There's a trash truck there that's 30 mile an hour under the speed limit. But, now I got to get back up to speed. That's the steepest part of the bridge. Thank you, Penske. Traffic's all built up on this other side. There must have been an accident. I saw them back there cleaning up debris. It's a pretty day, but it's cold. Why are you on your brakes? Get around that one. Oh man. Let's see. What else was I thinking about talking about? I don't know. I go back on the commercial grant. Some of them, they're so stupid. You wonder how an executive would think that that's going to work and actually pay money for it. Big money. And the problem is they are so stupid, insipidly stupid, and then they play it like uh, YouTube plays them over and over and over again. I guess regular TV does it also, or regular cable TV does it also. I know when I watch TV at one of the kids' houses, they've got these really insipid commercials. But I don't know. The latest one is for I don't even know who it's for. Progressive, I think. And it's ring this bell, ring. Now that you rang that bell, you can ring this bell. Now that you rang that bell, you can ring. Yeah. If you see that once, you know it's insipidly stupid. But when you see it 4 or 5 times a day, excuse me, it makes me say, Progressive, I will never go with you. Of course, Geico's got its own stupid ones as well. And I have Geico, so it kind of makes me feel like I want to change. But it doesn't matter. They all got this stupidness. There's one local car company that does an animated commercial, and they've got these spotted cats. I guess they're supposed to be jaguars. They don't look like jaguars. They just look like some sort of alien creature. But I don't know. I guess they're trying to draw the football fans. I don't think there's enough of them in Jacksonville to make that worth it, but apparently they do. I mean, right now, well, it's from the last game anyway, everybody was a Jaguar fan because they were doing good. But for the most part, they can't fill the stadium. They have problems filling half the stadium. So, and then they want to spend huge amounts. Oh, that's cool. He's got a trailer set up with an outside seating area for his hot dog stand. That's kind of cool. Where was I? I don't know. Something about football, I guess. But that's neither here nor there. I'm really just yakety yakking to fill the time. This weather changing. I kind of achy all over, but not as bad as I was when I got up. Took a couple of aspirin and a Midol. Yes, Midol. You heard it right. Midol is for cramps and what have you, and when your muscles spasm. So it's a nice over-the-counter medication that doesn't wipe me out. But anyway, it's the nasal stuff. The weather changes back and forth and back and forth. Everybody down here's got colds. At least everybody I know, sniffling and snorting and blowing her nose. Hacking out the big ones. Yeah. Heck, I've gone through the better part of a roll of toilet tissue in the past couple of days, just blowing my nose. That might be a little bit too much information, but it's actually the only time I use toilet paper in art projects. I bought a 12-pack back when there was the shortage and the run on toilet paper, and I still have I think I've got 9 rolls left in the package, and one in my room. So anyhow, what's that guy doing? Checking the barbed wire on the top of the fence. Thinking I'd like to take a trip down to Miami, hang out with Sunset Aquatics this coming month. I want to try it. I think I need to come up with a little bit of extra cash for fuel. I think it's going to take me roughly $150 for a round trip and getting around. So, hoping nothing comes up and I can squeeze that money out. I've got 50 put aside. Again, hopefully nothing comes up. Knock on wood. I'd like to get down there before the weather makes it impossible for me to be down there. Right now they've been having fairly decent days and evenings, mid-70s, lower humidity. That's my type of weather. I hope this camera's still doing its thing. Can't see around that truck. Anyhow, we're coming up on the last turn, so I appreciate y'all hanging out with me while I drive and ramble and rant, whatever. You make the ride a little more enjoyable. Let me know what you think, folks. Give me a thumbs down or a thumbs up. Leave me a comment wherever it is y'all leave comments on your internet access device of choice. Ooh, undercover cop. If you'd like to share me around your social media, that'd be fantastic. If your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If you're not, give them a call. Hit them up on Facebook. Let them know you think about them. Let them know you love them. Wait, promise tomorrow, people. Wait, promise their next breath. So I'll see y'all again. I hope you have a fantastic day. It's a lot to y'all. Oh.